Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tom. How many times have we all bought box sets that we were excited about, and then we brought them home, we played them maybe one time, looked at the booklet inside, maybe played 2 of the 4 CDs that were in the box set, stored it away, and never looked at it again. You know, there it goes, sitting on the shelf unloved for months, decades. Are there box sets so that you play on a semi-regular basis? That's what I'm going to showcase right now. I've chosen 10. This is not a ranking. It's just ones that I return to. More kind of, I would say, more compilation type box sets with a variety. I'm going to start off with this box set here called 4 Decades of Folk Rock. It has 4 discs, and it breaks it down into the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Each CD is a decade, and it's really comprehensive. It has quite a bit of stuff on it. Like the 60s, for instance, has everything from Bob Dylan to Barry McGuire, Lovin' Spoonful, Byrds, Donovan, Youngbloods, Buffalo Springfield, Tim Buckley. Has even Nilsson on here with Everybody's Talkin'. The 70s is broken down with Grateful Dead, Rod Stewart, Don McLean, Jackson Browne, Thin Lizzy. Then you get over to disc 3 and you've got REM, Rain Parade, even Dave Alvin makes an appearance, The Dream Syndicate. And then disc 4, you have the 90s, Steve Wynn, Sarah McLachlan, Mazzy Star, and on and on. Highly recommend this for people who are fans of folk rock. I don't know if it's still available, but I'm sure you can find it cheap on eBay. But that's one of them that I return to on a semi-regular basis. Another one I really like is this Big Star, Keep an Eye on the Sky box set. It's 4 discs. And what's really cool about this is that it has a lot of Alex Chilton demos, especially for the 3rd album. Like, it has just amazing solo demos of like Holocaust, Jesus Christ, Big Black Car, just him in like a 12-string. Of course, it has like all the, you know, all the songs off of #1 Record and Radio City and Sister Lovers, album number 3. And then it has this really cool live set on disc 4, Live at Lafayette's Music Room in Memphis, Tennessee. Really good song list. It even has, they do a take or a version of Hot Burrito number 2 by the Flying Burrito Brothers. And you can tell that they're playing at a club that it sounds like there's about 10 people in the audience. There's barely a clap after each song. It's pretty sad considering the quality of music, but they play everything off the first 2 albums. And I would highly recommend this just for the Alex Chilton demos. They're just fantastic. So it's called Keep an Eye on the Sky. It was released by Rhino back in 2009. I'm not sure if this is still available either. And then, of course, this is one I return to. If I want to get back to my roots, I return to the Nuggets box set. All the great 60s garage rock classics. Everything from the Standells to the Electric Prunes, the Music Machine, and it's just chock full of just amazing 45s from the 65, 66, 67 era. Even Louie Louie, I think, is on here by the Kingsmen, but this is great. Pretty flawless. 4 CDs of just classic garage rock. Nuggets. Another great one for all you XTC fans is Coat of Many Cupboards. This too has, you know, key cuts from their entire discography, but also has some really cool demos. There's a really cool demo here of Andy Partridge doing Says His Working Overtime. There's some live stuff from the Black Sea tour. Paper and Iron is great live. And there's some a really great demo of Colin Moulding doing Wonderland on here as well. This is 4 disc set, and it's just chock full of real winners. A lot of gems on here. XCC, Coat of Many Cupboards. One of the first box sets I ever bought was Robert Johnson's The Complete Recordings, and to this day, this is one of my most played box sets. All recorded in 1936, 37. It's hard to believe that these recordings are almost 100 years old. I mean, this is pretty much where it all started, and this is the roots of rock, blues. There's several takes of each song. I love Hellhound on My Trail, Rambling on My Mind, of course, Love in Vain, which the Stones later covered. It's just really cool to listen to this and think that he was recording this in like a little hotel room with one mic facing a wall. And it's very raw, but it's amazing to think that also that he's the only guy playing. It sounds like there's two guitars going on at once. I mean, the guy truly was like an absolute revolutionary, and you can see why he had so much influence on 60s rock, blues players, you know, like Cream and the Stones and everything. But I return to this because it just has this eerie vibe that I really like. And it's just really raw, and it crackles, and love this box set. I mean, if you could call it one, right? It's only 2 discs, but this is one I return to quite a bit. Robert Johnson, The Complete Recordings. And if I'm getting in a nostalgic mood, I throw this on. Have a nice decade, the 70s pop culture box, curated by Rhino back in the late 90s, I believe this came out. And it has all the great, you know, one-hit wonders from AM radio. I always loved Shocking Blue, Venus, and Brandy, You're a Fine Girl by Looking Glass, and on and on and on. And they have some great soul cuts like I'll Be Around by the Spinners. I mean, it's 7 discs, you know, and it's in chronological order. So it starts off in 1970 right here, and goes through about 79 right here, and it starts going into the disco era. But really hard to find fault with anything on this. If you want to go back in time, revisit those great 70s AM hits, this is the box. Have a nice decade. And then if you really want to get full on with Motown, this is the way to go here with this box set here. Hitsville USA, the Motown singles collection from 59 to 71. Has every major single by the Supremes, The Temptations, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, Mary Wells, all the greats. A great listen, 4 CDs and a nice booklet with a lot of information. Another one too, I'm a big Faces fan, is this Faces box set, 5 Guys Walk Into a Bar. This is great. Has a lot of BBC recordings, live cuts, key cuts from all 4 of their albums. Highly recommend this. And then if I had to pick my favorite box set that I've listened to more than any box set, in fact, I've listened to this particular box set more than just about any album in the past quarter century. This is number 1 for me, right here. James Brown's Star Time. This is absolutely flawless. If you want a good pickup, if you're down in the dumps and you need a lift, this is the album for you, or the CD box set for you. It's just absolutely remarkable. I mean, James Brown, he wasn't really an albums artist, but man, did he really put out great singles, one after another. Starts with every single from Please Please Me all the way down to Unity, Part 1 from the early 80s. I especially like Disc 2 and Disc 3. Disc 3 is amazing with Mother Popcorn. I think that has the best scream ever put on tape. The duration of that scream is beyond belief. And the fact that these guys weren't even playing with a metronome, I mean, they just had this timing that was just amazing. I think the James Brown Band is one of the most amazing bands ever in rock. James Brown, the most amazing performer ever. And these songs will last forever. This is timeless stuff. Cold Sweat, this has the long version on here. Oh, I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, every song is just amazing, right? Licking Stick, Give It Up or Turn It Loose. Of course, Sex Machine, Super Bad, Talking Loud, Saying Nothing, Licking Stick. I already said Licking Stick. It's the most uplifting set I've ever listened to in my life. And if I'm down in the dumps, this is what I put on. This will give you optimism and power in your daily lives. So this is my favorite box set of all time. I've listened to this hundreds of times, especially disc 2 and 3. And my favorite of all time, James Brown's Star Time. And then just for shits and giggles, I thought I'd show you this. This is an amazing box set by the Small Faces. I don't know if this is still available, but it covers mainly their immediate era, which is my favorite. I mean, basically, they only had 2 albums in the immediate era. There are But For, Small Faces, and Odgin's Nut Gone Flake. But they also had some songs that they were going to record for a 4th album that never materialized before Steve Marriott left the band. I think Steve Marriott is one of the greatest underrated white soul singers of all time. Also one of the most underrated frontmen. Let me just showcase what's in this box. There's a ton of stuff in here. A ton of stuff. You get this amazing book right here. And all the CDs are in the book. And you get these amazing pictures and stories about the Small Faces. And when the songs are recorded. Also, you get these other little goodies. A little picture here. It's kind of an outtake from the first Immediate album. There are but 4 small faces. More stuff here. More pictures. Posters. I mean, they give you all in the everything but the kitchen sink in this set here. Look at that, huh? Another poster. Look at that. Pretty cool. Look at that. And then you get this other book with all the lyrics to all the Small Faces songs. Pictures. And then you get a little extra goodie here, and kind of a little acetate of a song called Mystery, 45 here. A couple other 45s on red and blue vinyl. And another one here. Here comes the nice on vinyl. And some postcards. So it is an amazing box set with everything you'd ever want by the Small Faces. It features almost just about every take of every song that was recorded during those Immediate years. False starts, everything you'd want. Plus all the album cuts. So there you go, folks. Those are my most played box sets. What are your most played? Are you listening to box sets? Let me know in the comments section. Please press subscribe. I thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.